Welcome back. So this is actually a test video. I'll show you. So we have new equipment. I've got the EOS R and the super wide lens, as you can see in the detail here. So I'm going to quickly get set up, which is already beginning over here. And let's see how this video turns out. So hopefully this is a little bit better. All set up, lights, mics, new lens, camera. And it's about moving the channel forward, so I've gone full frame and then super wide lens for the taking outside. The spring and the summer are about to come. I'll get some more of these videos done outside. Today's video I want to discuss about traumas within mediumship, so people that have had a difficult passing or a traumatic passing, and how the medium deals with that. That is what we're going to be looking at in this video. So it was actually a viewer that asked the question, you know, like, what if I'm not ready, or I can't do this, and what if I'm not able to move this forward? And again, as always, these examples are something that I'm giving through my own mediumship, through the experiences that I have had, and hopefully pass off, and maybe you can take something from it, maybe you won't, but we'll see. So very early on in my mediumship, I was heavily clairvoyant. So if you're completely new to mediumship, that's the seeing part of it. I was seeing imagery, and the detail that I would get within that imagery would almost like give mark to how good of a medium you are. Nowadays, I don't agree with that at all, but for the purpose of the video and the trauma, I want to go through what was going on with myself. So I remember I was quite local, maybe 20 miles away, doing a demonstration, and there was a car accident on a very well-known road nearby. And I could see the road signs, so I knew what junctions it was between, and that was through the clairvoyance. But I couldn't see the car accident. It was more of a feeling. I could feel an impact. I would see the car on the road, then I would be aware of through feeling like it's sliding, and then impact, then passing, but never saw it. And over the course of a number of years, I noticed that with car accidents in particular, it was something I was kind of like subconsciously, or, you know, in the back of my mind thinking like, I'm not sure I want to see that. I'm not sure I'm going to be any good at that. And I never did. I never saw it, and it was always a feeling. And gradually, as I was doing more and more mediumship and doing some very natural passings and some that were very traumatic or horrific, I noticed over the years, the more and more accepting I was becoming of this, the freer the information was. So sometimes I could see it, and sometimes it wasn't quite so clear, so I'd have to rely on the feeling of it. And I think this is down to like a desensitizing. You know, there are people that maybe watch this channel and they can't stand gory films, you know, maybe guns and violence and blood splatter and all that kind of stuff. They just choose not to watch it. It's something they don't like. It doesn't make them feel good, and they get nothing from the film or the TV series. But someone that does watch that kind of stuff, they're desensitized to it. It's almost like they don't make it real. It's a TV show, it's a film, so they can watch it very, very freely. And now I totally believe this is the same within the mediumship. It's a case of desensitizing to it. It's not so much that I'm part of it, or I'm going to be traumatized, or it's going to keep me up at night. I've done so many now. And because I've done so many, I believe there would be like a desensitizing to it. I remember on that same road, because it is a very long road in a different centre, I saw a woman coming off of a junction. and an accident happening. A car went into the back of her. She went into a lorry in front of her, which took the top of the car off. And I could see like the wounds to the upper body. And this was within the mediumship, and it was very, very free. I could see it very easily. I was not bothered by it. And I realised that after years and years of working in this way, going for the detail, going for the like the visual aspects of it, it just become much easier. So to the person that asked me, like, will I ever be okay? I'm not sure if I want it, so on and so forth. I actually think it's just part of the evolvement of your mediumship. We never stop learning. And it's one of those things that development brings. It brings where you can see more clearly, or you can see more in depth, or you can feel more. There's more in the sensory of feeling than just a singular piece of evidence. There can be a whole environment that goes with that. And over time, as you learn to develop and express this, the subtlety that is mediumship becomes a little bit more enlightened. There's more information to be had. Only now, because of development, you can see it more. So for me, I have this understanding that if it was too traumatic for my mind to hold, I don't think I would ever see it. It's almost like an unconscious blindness to it. But over time, I'm more curious, and I'm looking for it more, that I find what I'm looking for. And that will be within everything in mediumship. You know, if you don't know what to look for, you don't know what to find. If you know what you're looking for, you're going to find it, and more. There will be other videos on that angle that I'm talking about, things like secrets and that sort of stuff. If you're not looking for it, you're not going to find it. If you're looking for it, you're going to find it. And so the trauma side of things, I think it's down to you as the instrument, you as your mind, you and your relationship with the spirit world. I'm certain that your safety as such is the absolute paramount of that of the team or the guide. And they will know that this person is not going to deal well with that vision. Let's not do it as a vision. Let's do it as a feeling until they're more grown or more desensitized to said scenario. I think this is something that will just constantly evolve there. If you're looking for it and you feel like you're ready for it, then I would expect in the near future that maybe you'll get an element of detail to a trauma or horrific accident, but leave the doorway open for the potential of a visual. If, however, you go, no, I don't want to look, I don't want to see it, oh my God, that makes my belly flip, then I'm certain that you will never see it. So hopefully this in some way helps the viewer that asked about the traumas within mediumship. Hopefully you can take something from it. If anyone took anything from it, obviously give the video a like, because we all know that helps. And get in the comments with your version or with what goes on, or with further questions, because the commenting also helps the channel. Subscribe if you aren't already. Let me know how the video quality is. Is it better? Is it worse? You know, I'll know, but what's your experience like? Get that in the comments also. And for now, I'm going to wrap this one up, and I'll see you lot in the next video.